We start tonight with what used to be a superstar American city, Detroit. The city filed for bankruptcy yesterday. It was the largest U.S. city ever to file for bankruptcy, and the impact is being felt around the country as cities struggle to pay their bills. We have all the angles covered on this. Michelle McCory is in New York City to explain how Detroit got into this financial mess. But we start with Liling Tan, who is right there at the center of it all in Detroit, with more on how this bankruptcy filing is going to impact residents and businesses. Liling?
Yes, Phil, the latest is that a district court in nearby Lansing, Michigan has ordered the emergency manager, Kevin Orr, to withdraw his bankruptcy petition on the grounds that it violates the state constitution. The court says that Michigan's governor did not have the power to approve that bankruptcy petition because it could, quote, diminish or impair pension benefits. Now, no one disputes that something must be done. Once one of the most prosperous hubs in U.S. manufacturing, Detroit is now mired in tens of billions of dollars of debt that it cannot pay. Detroit's mountain of debt has grown so large that city officials felt they had no alternative than to seek bankruptcy protection. The city now owes around $18.5 billion. Around 37 cents of every dollar the city earns in tax revenues is reportedly going to creditors. While Detroit has promised to keep paying its bills while restructuring its debts, many in the city's public service are asking how much will be paid, to whom, and for how long. Businesses, however, are more hopeful.
The bankruptcy and those laws are there to actually be helpful. So Detroit will be able to eliminate, tens of billions of dollars worth of debt. For some businesses who've had maybe contracts with the city of Detroit or this, that might be, somewhat negative. With others, it could be business as usual.
This is a city already wary from decades of decline, faced with the fall of its once dominant automobile industry, as it tries to diversify into other businesses. This is the Russell Industrial Complex. It may not look like much, but that's because it was built in 1915. Over the course of nearly 100 years, it has faced its own financial battles, saw ownership change hands several times, making it not just a witness, but also a testament to the rise and fall of Detroit. It began as a factory for automobile parts, but suffered declines in various economic downturns.
It was going to close down because we knew for a fact that the utility companies were going to shut off. Once you shut off electricity, you might as well close down.
But it was saved after the complex opened its space to a diverse range of tenants, many of whom, like sculptor Albert Young, are hopeful the city's bankruptcy will lead to a revival, just like it did with this building.
I think if you look hard at it, Detroit looks pretty good. It's just it has to resolve its residential. The neighborhoods, the east side, the west side, the north side, those municipal things have to be taken care of. But there's a lot of energy coming into the city right now.
The interesting thing is that many of the residents and businesses we spoke with were positive about this bankruptcy filing. That's because they felt that this could staunch the multi-billion-dollar hemorrhaging that we've been seeing. I'm also seeing a reasonable disconnect between what's going on in the public sector versus what I'm hearing on the ground from small businesses. From that private sector point of view, there's a lot more optimism about growth, though by how much we'll probably have a better sense of that in a year and a half. Phil?
Liling joining us live from Detroit. Thank you very much.